Hey, what's up guys, how you all doing? Now, a few months ago, the idea of us getting our hands on a new crit based polearm in Warframe with the same range as the Autos Prime would have made a lot of Warframe players pretty damn happy. Blood rush and body count builds were in very high demand and they were fucking effective. But now it seems like a lot more of the Warframe player base has caught on to how damn good status builds are, and it's made us take a second look at crit only builds and say, meh, it's got no status so it's not really worth it, it won't kill as fast or it won't scale as well, and of course, you're right, and I know chances are that you personally already knew about status being amazing, but there were plenty of players who scoffed at it and actually called it shit, and this mentality kind of got shared around. So what about crit only weapons now? Our newest polearm, the Guandao, the Gandalf, is one of those crit based weapons. It's got a 24% crit chance, a 2.2 times multiplier, 90 base damage and a 200 base slide damage attack. So you can build it for a blood rush body count combo, or you can stick in drifting contact if you don't mind losing a small bit of that combo timer instead of body count, and because of that high base slide attack damage you could mod it for maiming strike, either entirely up to you. Me personally, I can't stand maiming strike builds so I don't use them, but I know a lot of you guys actually love them. Now lately, almost every time that we get a new weapon added into Warframe, we instantly have to compare it to one already in our arsenal, normally the best of the same category. So the Guandao, and I know I'm fucking murdering that name, but I don't care, I'm just going to move on, is already being compared to the Autos Prime. A bit of a cult weapon and one with the same 9 meter range as the Guandao with Prime Reach equipped. Now the biggest difference being thrown between these two weapons is that the Autos scales a lot better with status and can be modded as a hybrid crit status weapon. The Autos Prime also attacks a lot faster than the Guandao as well, so therefore it can apply status effects more often. So you could mod the Autos Prime for status and condition overload if you wanted, which turns it into a bit of a beast. And the Autos is a mastery rank 2 weapon, whereas the Guandao is a mastery rank 4 Tenno lab weapon, which means you need to research it first. So here's the thing, just because it doesn't scale with status, does that automatically make the Guandao a bad weapon? Mastery fodder even? Oh, and by the way, its status chance is only 4%. I mean, if you're in a squad running corrosive projections, then enemies are more or less stripped of armor anyway, so most weapons will perform pretty damn well. In the simulacrum, in the footage that you're seeing, I was handling level 145 gunners and techs pretty easily solo, and it melts infested in seconds. So the Guandao could easily handle sorties with a blood rush body count setup or drifting contact. And let's be honest here, it's not like there's any real reason for us to go above level 100 in the game right now, unless you're just testing yourself against the broken armor scaling in the game. So honestly, I think it's an okay weapon or a good weapon, and it is definitely sortie viable if you wanted to bring it along. I know I'm asking a lot of questions here, but what do you guys honestly think? The Autos Prime or the Guandao? Both are slash based weapons as well, and the only real thing separating the two of them is the status chance and the attack speed. Arcane Strike or Harrow's Penance buff or Volt's speed will of course fix that attack speed issue, and Drifting Contact could still be used on the Guandao to help bring up the status chance at the loss of a second or so from your combo counter if you wanted to use it instead of body count. Personally, I really like the way the Guandao looks. Fashion Frame is on point with this thing equipped, and as we know, Fashion Frame is the true end game. Now this is my build for my Guandao, and I've gone for a Drifting Contact over body count for the reason I've already stated. I don't run with Maiming Strike on nearly any melee weapon whatsoever, so that choice you can make for yourself. Let me know what you guys think of the Guandao in the comment section below. Do me a favour and don't forget to hit that like button if you enjoyed the video, or don't if you didn't. Subscribe for more Warframe, and as always, thanks very much for watching.